Hi, this is Grandma Lori. Today's story is The Picnic Basket. Come on, Ryan, said Roxy. We're going to be late. Ryan was Roxy's little brother. He was always late. How can we be late when we're bringing the picnic? Ryan asked. He was packing a large picnic basket. I'm going to make sure I had everything, plus some extra just in case more joined us. The doorbell rang. Roxy opened the door to find Jamal, Christy, and Michael. Let's get this show on the road, said Michael, jumping up and down. Ryan finished with the basket and the group headed out. They were going to a clearing in the woods not too far from the house. Be careful, kids. If anything seems off, come back here right away, said Ryan and Roxy's mom. We will, Mrs. Richards, the kids said together. As they walked toward the clearing, the boys were telling tall tales about their latest fishing trip, while the girls talked about their favorite books. I caught a fish this big, said Jamal, spreading his arms wide. You did not, said Ryan. I was with you that day. It was only this big. Ryan showed his fingers just an inch apart. Everyone laughed at that. They approached the clearing and were excited to find they had it all to themselves. Michael said, You girls take care of laying everything out. Call when you're done. We're going over there to play catch. Hands on hips, Christy said, Oh, no, you don't. This is a total team effort. Ryan, you lay the tablecloth. Jamal, please put out the napkins and utensils and make sure the wind doesn't blow the napkins away. What about me? Asked Michael. You just go sit over there, Christy said. Michael was very clumsy and always dropped or spilled things. He went and sat under the closest tree. The food Ryan and Roxy packed was delicious. The group ate and talked, telling jokes and laughing about the latest funny video they'd all seen. Roxy said, Let's clean this up and play hide and seek for a little bit. We still have some daylight. That sounds like a great idea, said Christy. And don't you boys think you can get away without helping? Yes, ma'am, the boys said. Then they burst into laughter. The picnic was cleaned up and the group decided to play hide and seek. Jamal was it for the first round. He stood in the middle of the clearing and counted to 10. 7, 8. Jamal stopped. Did the picnic basket just move? No, couldn't have. He shook his head and said, 9, 10, here I come! Jamal thought he heard voices coming from his right, so he headed that way. Phew, that was close, said a big ant named Archie, as all the ants came out from the picnic basket. Chloe, the ant next to him, asked, How are we going to get this big basket all the way to our nest? The rest of the ants looked at them and nodded their heads. They all had the same question. We're going to need help. I'll see if the mice are around to help, Chloe said. I'll offer them some food for their help. Archie thought a minute and said, Excellent idea. In the meantime, we're going to work on moving the basket. Come on, everyone, lift! Chloe went to find the mice. The ants grouped together on each corner, making lifting easier. Mac, could you please help us? Chloe asked the leader of the mice. We found a huge picnic basket and we need to move it. You can have some of the food if you help. Absolutely, said Mac. He whistled and all the mice came running. We have a mission, team. Let's move that picnic basket, he said at the top of his voice. All the mice started cheering. Chloe and the mice came into the clearing to find the basket had only moved a few inches. What have you guys been doing? She asked Archie. We're trying, but it's a big basket, Archie said. I've got reinforcements. Mac, you're up, Chloe said, waving her arm toward the basket. The ants lifted the basket and the mice scurried underneath. When Archie counted to 3, everyone lifted and started walking. Before long, the basket had made its way to the edge of the woods. They stopped when they heard voices. The kids were back. Time to hide. That was fun, Jamal, said Ryan. I'll be it this time. Roxy looked around and said, Where's the picnic basket? Everyone looked around. No picnic basket. Jamal, you were the last one in the clearing. Did you move the basket? Christy asked. I didn't, said Jamal. Something weird happened, though. It looked like the basket was moving, but I didn't see anything when I looked more closely. I guess the game will have to wait so we can find that basket, Michael said. They initially split up, but then Roxy found a trail of food going through the woods. Everyone got back together and followed the food. 1, 2, 3, lift, said Mac. The mice and ants lifted the basket and started moving it over a big log. They had made it pretty far away from the clearing while the kids were there. We're almost there, said Chloe. The kids peered through the leaves to see the picnic basket was moving. Ryan stood up and said, "What's going on? How is that moving?" They ran over to the basket to find it covered in mice and ants. "Ew!" said Christy. The children took a step back. Jamal said, "I have an idea." They huddled up. "It's a plan," said Ryan. Michael went over and picked up the basket by the handles. Ants and mice fell to the ground. "Don't worry, guys. We'll carry this for you," Michael said. He carried the basket a few short feet over to the ant nest. Once there, the food was taken from the basket and set on the ground. "There," said Ryan. "You can share our picnic, but we'll take the basket. Sound good?" Mac looked up at him and tried to tell him thank you, but only squeaks came out. "No need to thank us. We're done with the food anyway. You're welcome to it," Roxy said. The kids left the mice and ants to the food and walked back home. "Mom," said Ryan, "you won't guess what just happened." This has been Grandma Lori. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please remember to like, follow, and subscribe so I can keep writing more stories for you. Thank you.